you'll know if it's changed, and we'll get called on it. And so, from a completely selfish standpoint, it actually helps me as an architect hold other people's feet to the fire, and I like that.
The Paradise Park project has drawn criticism from some environmental groups. What would you say directly to those who remain skeptical?
Well, first of all, I, believe it or not, I understand the skepticism. I do. I not only understand it, I appreciate it. Because in one way, it kind of holds our feet to the fire and holds us accountable to do the things that we say we're going to do.
Right.
So I don't mind skepticism or criticism. I think that's fine. What would I say? I would say, keep it up. Don't let us waver. Hold our feet to the fire. But I'd also ask that you do it in a way that's supportive to the people of Savanna-la-Mar and the country. I think the best thing we can do is hold each other accountable and deliver on our promises.
You have also made a very powerful statement where you said, if anything changes, I will tell you.
That is true.
What mechanisms are in place to ensure ongoing transparency and community involvement?
You. For transparency and community, I think there are lots of outlets that will hold us accountable on the process. And it is true. I will tell you if I believe that things have changed, or if I believe that things are not going the way that I told you they would. You know, as architects and as a business, and as a person, my ethics run deep, and I don't take it lightly. And if you look at our work, I can show you where we come to a point of conceptualizing something, and we show you the concept and the final, and some people can't tell the difference. And that's because by the time we've conceptualized something, the rigor and science behind it is so extreme that we're confident that what we tell you we're going to do, we can deliver 100%. Now, things can change. The economy can change. All kinds of circumstances can come into play. But our job is to navigate those circumstances and still deliver on our goals. So our goals and principles don't change. The form of the building or that material might change or something like that, but our goals remain the same. And if for any reason, why I like the public process, why I like going to the town hall meetings, why I like talking to people in the community, is because they'll know, they'll see it. If we have to come back and show you where we are at certain milestones, you'll know if it's changed, and we'll get called on it. And so, from a completely selfish standpoint, it actually helps me as an architect hold other people's feet to the fire, and I like that.
I feel like I've asked you this already, but what is your long-term vision for Paradise Park beyond its opening? What do you want Jamaicans to say about this project 10 years from now?
25 years from now, 50 years from now, I want people to walk through Paradise Park and say that they remember when this happened, and look at what's transpired since then around the country. I do want it to be a beautiful place, a wonderful place for people to visit. But more than that, I want it to be an educational piece for others who are developing in the country. And I want them to know that you can do something new or do something or build something different without undermining or damaging the land or the species or the culture or the community. It's the opposite. If we are not making it better, then we're not really doing our job. And I know that some people might say, well, I don't think it's better, I think it's worse. We're going to grow. You, the country, Sav, is going to grow. You actually don't have a choice. You are a victim of your own success. There's not a corner of this planet that I could go to, and I've been to some corners, not all corners, but I've been to many corners. There's not a corner in this planet that somebody doesn't know something about Jamaica. If it's not the music, it's the athletes. If it's not the athletes, it's the food. If they've not been there, somewhere, somehow, they know. And what they know is good. And so they want to experience it. And so they're going to come. And once they come, it's very hard to leave. And so you're going to grow. You're going to be successful. It's going to happen to you. My hope is that together we're prepared for that success, and we do it in a way that 50 years from now, we can look at what we've all done or what we've experienced and say, you know what, we're good.
You've worked in Dubai, China, the US, and now Jamaica. How has this country challenged or inspired you creatively?
Well, from an environmental standpoint, Jamaica is kind of a wonderful place to work because the climate is absolutely perfect, right? It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's got beautiful breezes. The plant life is lush. So it's a wonderful environment to be in. That's one piece of it. On the other side, from a cultural standpoint, it's so rich in history, and so it's just so wonderful a place to be in that you want to kind of bubble that up and bring that to the projects that you work on, right? And a part of that is really showing off the people. So, this is not our first project in Jamaica. We have done master plans in Port Antonio. We have done master plans in Kingston. There are other people that are talking to us about projects in the country. But every single one of them has their own personality. Portland is very different than Sav. And so what we're doing now is we're learning about Sav, right? That's why the town hall meetings and those kinds of engagements are so important to us. Everybody thinks that we're being grilled, but what we're really doing is gathering information. We like to hear what you have to say. We want to hear those concerns. Jamaica is, it's so rich in almost every way, physically, geographically, spiritually, musically, culturally. It's so rich, I've said before, that it deserves a language of expression in architecture, just like it has in music. And I believe that if we do our jobs right, we can begin to get there. And I'm not saying that we will get there, but we can begin to get there. And maybe somebody after us will take that and say, you know what if we did it like this? And then they will build on it and build on it. And in time, you will have that vocabulary. You will have that signature that you will look at that and go, that's what modern Jamaica looks like. And it will fit, it will belong to the country and to the people. Not imported, not exported. It won't look like Miami. It won't look like anywhere else. It will be Jamaican. That's my goal.
Are you working with any local architect?
Yes.
Jamaican?
Oh, yes. We have worked
Who?
with many local architects.
For this project in
and
particular?
for this project, we're working with Isya Madden. And it's fantastic. You know, she's very creative. She has been with us from the beginning. She's really helping us navigate all of the local aspects of how to understand the delivery of this project, everything from the environmental side to the physical side. And that's what we like. So she will become and is our liaison to everything, right? And so, yeah, we love working with this, yeah.
Finally, would you consider it a personal success once Paradise Park opens, beyond awards or acclaim?
Would I consider it a personal success
Yes.
once it opens?
Yes. No.
No. I would consider it a personal success when in 10 years, the people of Sav walk through it and see and tell me and tell others that it's a success. It's not about opening day. It's about the legacy. It needs to have timelessness to it. It needs to be long-lasting. We tell people all the time, we tell our clients, just so you understand, we're not about cutting the ribbon, shaking your hand and saying good luck. That's not who we are. We are not going anywhere. We're going to stay with it. We want to understand. And if we did something that's not quite right, we'll go back to the client and say, listen, we understand this isn't quite right. Can we fix it? We're not perfect, but we're certainly going to try to do our best. And most often than not, we achieve pretty substantial quality.